Start that again. Yep. Alright, let's get it. Hey, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, we played this game for about an hour a couple nights ago. So, I've learned a little bit, but this game is still kind of weird. Ugh. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, that's what happened to me too. I got to. I don't even think I got to Dracula. I got to that last hallway, and I was getting bodied too bad, and then I just stopped. Like once you figure it out, the game isn't too bad because it is kind of short. And once you, so there's a lot of areas that actually have a lot of areas in the game that are you have 1-ups and stuff. So you can definitely plan for like. Yeah, it like mentally, like it's like that game scars you, man. There we go. But yeah, it took me a while to like. But once I got to Dracula, I figured out. So when I first beat Dracula, I want to say I had the full level whip because I learned level 4 so well. I was able to do everything without getting hit. And then because I think the kill on Dracula is really simple. If you have the whip with the fireball, because you can just jump on the opposite ledge and then just throw fireballs at him because the fireballs actually hit him. Yeah, and you know that's the problem too. Is if you're not powered up correctly, the fight. It's not even that the fight itself is really that hard because he doesn't like he never swoops down and gets you or anything. But you end up just kind of losing by attrition. Like the fight just lasts so long, you just kind of make a mistake. So I did figure out that these basketball games. I thought they weren't mandatory, but they kind of are. Because when you win, the guy gives you like a power you can use in the game. And there's 4 powers. There's 4 things you can learn. Hey, what's up, Robert? I'm on a little bit earlier, but my throat is killing. It's kind of a bummer. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the sadness of losing to 30-year-old games. So I think we go here. So each of these basketball games give you a power. So this first one, you hit start. And then I have like a super jump. At first I thought that, yeah, again, I didn't know what they did at first, but I kind of put it together last time. Yeah, Robert. This guy in the chat is he's playing Castlevania Adventure, the game that I played a few days ago. The game that everyone on the stream liked. the game that I put together like a 3.5 hour playthrough. Everyone hates the game, and I'm with you too. I'm honestly with you, like even after playing it, like I mean, I guess maybe the hate is because the game is kind of like it's slow, so it like every mistake feels like you're just falling for 10 seconds. Like it takes so long to recover from it that. Well, that's how Game Boy games were back then. Like they weren't. I mean, I think Tetris was pretty quick. I think we talked about this like in the chat, but like. You know, the games like oop, that is death. I thought that was the end of the level. Because, like, honestly, when I first saw people putting up their scores, because the scores were like, you know, 8,000, 7,000, I was like, oh, these people just suck. Like, it's, you know, it's gonna be easy. When I played it, I was like, oh my god. Like, 10,000 was, like, actually good. It was like. And I think someone got to like 20,000 and was like, oh yeah, beat that. Like, oh yeah, 20,000. But I was like, oh. It's kind of weird. Like, it just didn't seem like a lot of points, especially when the game itself had like, I think it has like 5 digits for the score. So I was like, I don't know, they're either really bad or something fishy is going on. And then I played the game and realized what happened. I realized that a little bit of both, honestly. That the people playing the game weren't that good at the game, and 2, they were very ambitious in putting that many places for the score. I can't reach that without getting up there. Shoot. Yeah, there we go, Fred. Yeah. But yeah, when I first saw the scores, I was like, oh, these bunch of bums. They just stink. But then I played it, I was like, oh no. Let's see what we get here. Cards, weapon. That was another thing too. So, I was hearing a lot of people complaining about level 3. And I was like, what's up with level? There's only 4 levels. Like, what's up with level 3? Then I played it and I realized what the deal was. No, man. Oh, you know, so I think that's my problem with Spider-Man. We were talking about the Spider-Man Game Boy game. Like, I don't think I got past level 2. Like, I don't really remember anything past climbing up the side of the wall, like climbing up the side of the building. I want to say that I did because I played that game so much. I want to say I got to at least level 3, but I honestly don't know. Yeah, well, if I remember correctly, there was like people would come out of the people would come out of the windows. They would like knock you down. They would knock you down, but you'd be able to save yourself. You can like you'd be able to like grab onto the wall. But you know, I think that was just the way. I think that's just the way they made the Game Boy games because they couldn't make the games really that long. Because they were handheld. I mean, they were so limited that I think their way of extending the life of the game is just to make it difficult. To the point where you know if you're playing, because you gotta think about it too from like a contextual standpoint. Like mobile gaming wasn't anywhere near where it is now. Like back then, like you pretty much only played the Game Boy if you were like on a road trip. I mean, that's how I played it anyway. Like I never brought, like, if I went to a friend's house, I never brought my Game Boy. Like, and now, you know, people bring their games and they do all sorts of stuff. But like, I never brought my Game Boy, or like, you know, cause they're never like, does that work? Yeah, it does work. You know, like with the DS, there's like the Street Pass, like the stuff you can do outside of just playing games. So, you know, that stuff wasn't really around, other than like maybe trading in Pokemon. But even that took like actual planning. Unless I was different, I don't know. But yeah, like I don't really ever remember taking my Game Boy. I mean, like my Game Boy kind of just stayed in the car. You know, I would play it. That way. Like, there's another game. Oh crap! Oh, you did it! I don't think we've ever actually made that jump before. We're the best. So I recently found my Game Boy stuff, and there's a couple games that I would actually want to play and see if I got it anywhere near as far as I think I did. Because like there's a game called Boomer's Adventure that I'm in my mind I was like the best at. Like I was like at the end of the game, but I have a feeling I was nowhere near the end of the game. But Boomer's Adventure was cool. It was you were a little dinosaur that would dig. And you'd listen for beeps, and it was kind of like a metal detector, and you'd have to dig up the key, then go out the door, and you had enemies, you know, attacking you and stuff. And I think you can actually bury the enemies, kind of like in Load Runner. Like, I don't think they went away, but you were able to like incapacitate them for a little bit. No! Spiders. What are spiders doing in this game? Yeah. I didn't have very many Game Boy games. I had the Spider-Man game. I had the Pokemon games, but that was later. I'm drooling all over myself. That wasn't until like high school when I had the Pokemon games. Yeah, probably. You know, I had Super Mario Land 1. I don't think I got the second one. Like my Game Boy collection was almost nothing. Because like the few chances, like a couple, like the 2 or maybe 3 chances a year I was able to get a video game, you know, like for like report cards or birthday or whatever, I would pick NES games. Like I wasn't picking games for my Game Boy. I was picking, you know, Where's Waldo, which is, I still say, one of the best games on the system. I do remember, so I remember playing those Tiger Electronic things way more than my Game Boy, to be honest with you. Oh, we got him in the Infinite. That Magneto Infinite. Let's go BC2 style. What? Yeah. I don't think I had the Ninja Turtle game, which is surprising. I was a big Ninja Turtle fan as a kid. I had the first game and the arcade game, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. But I didn't buy. I never had the third one, and I had no idea there was a fighting game back then, like the Tournament Fighters game. I had no idea that existed until I started collecting games like, around 10 years ago. That's when I discovered Tournament Fighters. What up, Chris Gold? You need to step up that PvP game, man. Yep. Fred Flintstone with the bricks. How are you missing the basket, Fred Flintstone? Come on, buddy. Finally, oh my god. You know, I'm probably still gonna somehow lose. I'll tie or something. No! Yeah, we won. We're the best. Hey, what's up, Soul Blazer? Yeah, this is better than Arch Rivals. Mario Port? What are you talking about? Ooh. Oh, the overworld. No, not really. It's an overworld, but I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's like a Mario 3. I don't think it's a ripoff. Fred and Betty. So according to the hot lore of the movie, wasn't Fred actually interested in Betty in the beginning? Wasn't that like the beginning of the Flintstones movie? Was Fred was all into Betty? I think so, man. I think that's what happened. I think Fred was into Betty, and then things just kind of got switched around or whatever. I don't know about the cartoon, but I'm pretty sure the movie that's what they did. Well, then I haven't seen it. I think I might have seen that movie. Ooh. I had a drive-in like a few years ago. Ooh, come on, buddy. Okay, let's jump up here. I think there's some good stuff up here. Well, but like, look, I think Barney's like the good guy. He's just like a homie. I don't think Barney would do that. Fred, I think, would, but I don't think Barney would. I think Barney's just a bro. Hey, thanks, Friendly Sounds, for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we got him. Choke on that. Yeah, well, that's why Barney was just the homie, man. He would just hang out and he would just support his friend. That's what he would do. Fred was like Fred was the buffoon that always ruined everything. Barney was always the one that put it back together. How dare you sully Barney's good name in this chat? I'm gonna hit you with that Nightbot, man. I still have to. I still don't have Nightbot on my computer to even adjust it. Like it's just. Kobe, yeah. Doing the Bo Jackson from shit. It wasn't 10-yard fight. What was the other football game? Damn, I should have just held on to the ball. Oh no! No, we're gonna. Okay, good. We got him. We gotta step on him. Kobe! Ugh. What? He scored after the buzzer was out. No way! Oh, that was some collusion. I don't believe that at all. But in the last second, he held on to the ball when it hit 0. Damn it. Oh my god. Ugh. I should have. If we've learned anything with this challenge, is the referees in all these sports games are terrible. I was getting fouls in the Harlem Globetrotter game, in a game where you're allowed to jump on your teammate's back and run to the basket, and I was getting fouls. On the ball. We're doing what we did in ice hockey. I got a goal and then just ran around for 10 minutes. No shot clock. That's your fault, dude. Kobe. Oh. Oh, and I had Tetris, because I think Tetris actually came with my Game Boy. Okay. Yep. His wall stuff is so clunky. Even though, honestly, I kind of prefer this over Prince of Persia, which is kind of weird. Because Prince of Persia, you have to like walk up to a ledge, turn around, and like go down. Like, it takes forever, but. Sure, they did. This is a documentary. This is a game based on true events, like the X-Files. I would really like to find the X-Files game on the. I think it's a PlayStation 2 game. I think that would be a fun little playthrough. I gotta find. I think that would be super fun to play. Like, I have the Xbox game, Xbox original game of The Thing, where for what the back of the box says is you have your group might have been infiltrated by an alien. You have to figure out like who in your party is like the alien or something. It sounds really neat. I got that and the Xbox version of Manhunt together. So this part, actually I have to grind these coins out so I can actually fly, because Fred's climbing is so terrible that you actually need to use your fly ability, which I got in one of the basketball games. But the fly ability uses a lot of coins, so I have to sit here and just get coins. Yeah, with my Pokemon games, I remember there was a glitch with the link cable where you can duplicate a Pokemon. You can duplicate any Pokemon you wanted. Like you traded and then you took the cable off or whatever, and just the way that the game did the trade, it would save the new Pokemon going over and then turn it off, and then since it was in the middle of a save, or it was in the middle of a trade, it hadn't actually traded out of your bag yet, or out of your team. So you were able to send whatever, and then you'd still keep that one that you had. So using that, I used that trick to make a team of six level 100 Mewtwo's, and then I played Pokemon Stadium with it. It was pretty amazing. Yep. Damn it. Dang, I need to get coins again. Yeah, because you can see it, like, see how fast the flight takes away your coins, right? And that's the only way to beat that lava. Maybe a high jump or something, but that's still pretty risky. I don't think I ever played the Looney Tune game. I'm really so the website that made the console I'm playing on, the retro USB, like the AVS console, they used to sell a Nintendo cart that was basically like a Super Game Boy, but for the NES. Like, you can play Game Boy games on the NES using the actual little cart. But their site says that they're currently unavailable. And they're usually pretty good about shifting their inventory over to discontinued. If they're not going to make something anymore, they'll move it over to discontinued. And that isn't in the discontinued page. It's still in their store. It just says like there's none available. So I'm really hoping that they somehow get like a restock of it. I think that'd be fun. Now, I have no coins, so I'm assuming I'm going to have to get some more. Ooh. Well, with the well, I don't know how I would do that, because I don't have any way of playing the N64 right now other than using that adapter. My CRT is still at my dad's house. And I'm not lugging that thing over unless I really have to. Which I'm really hoping that Hyperkin comes out with that zapper that's supposed to work with LCD screens. Because if it does, I'll be able to play all those zapper games without having to set up a CRT and splitting the signal and doing a bunch of weird crap. No, this is not an emulator. None of this challenge is using emulators. This is all using real carts. I'm using the retro USB AVS. It's an HDMI output. It's a lagless HDMI output NES console. It is great. It's better than like the Retron 5 because this console actually acts as an NES would. So like it plays everything. It's like with the Retrons, the way that it reads the games is it rips the ROM and then kind of reads off from memory. It can't actually directly read the cart like the actual. Yeah, so yeah, the Retron's basically an emulator that the cart uses as like a kind of like a passkey kind of. But with this thing actually responds and acts just like a Nintendo console. Like so, this thing actually plays homebrews. Like I've only had issues with one homebrew, and that's actually just because of the chip that's being used. But like with the Retron, you can't play homebrew games on them because of the way that they read carts or the way that they play the games. There's no. Oop, we go this way. Ooh, run away, buddy. But yeah, this thing's basically an NES built from the ground up that reads homebrew carts the way that they're supposed to. It's great. Yeah, this thing's awesome, man. Like I don't ever see myself ever going back. Hey, thanks. I will do the work. Thanks for the follow. But yeah. So this thing is I'm playing this on an actual console. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm using. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Okay. But yeah, it's definitely pretty dang amazing. I don't see myself ever going back. Unless I have to for light gun games, because the games themselves can be played, like they can be read by the console, but I can't. The zapper doesn't work on LCD screen. So. Yeah, choke on that. Yeah, I mean, the gameplay looks so crisp on this thing. It looks better than even like the HDMI upgrades for the NESs and stuff that I've seen. Like this looks way better. The only console that I think might be technically a little better would be what's that other one that came out, the NT, the analog thing. Like I think technically that one's better. But for the money, like I can't justify the extra $200. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I remember right, unless they've changed their prices, I'm pretty sure the analog NT is a couple $100 more. Oh God, we're dead. Is a couple $100 more, and it might even look a little better. But just oh my God, come on, buddy. Yeah, I'm actually looking into. I'm looking into the Genesis one because I want to start doing Genesis stuff too. I think that'll be fun. No, why? Yeah, I haven't seen the Genesis one like in action yet, but I've heard it's. I mean, if it's like the SNES and the NES ones, I mean, I'm gonna just assume that it's pretty good. Stay on the ledge, buddy. Okay. Yep. But yeah, this whole challenge is going to be done using actual cartridge, like no reproduction. Oh my! What? I keep on jumping into that because I'm an idiot. I keep on forgetting it's there. Hey, and we killed that thing. That kickback is way worse than the Castlevania kickback when you get hit. Because at least the Castlevania one is one motion of good luck, goodbye. This is three bounces of maybe, and then failure. There he is. Yeah. You can get me this time. I see some type of enemy over. What is that? Oh no, that's not an enemy. Idiot, what was this? Maybe. Did I dive? Okay. Video game logic. Jump on the air bubbles. Oh my god, what is all this mess? Going the wrong way. Ooh, okay, come on, buddy. No! Everything turns you back into normal Fred. That was interesting. Look at that jump. Wait, those caveman legs. Ugh. No! Oh. At least we're here. But that was pretty brutal. I didn't like that. I don't like that the bubbles kind of disappear when you jump, too. Ooh, what's up here? Nothing. Why are you in my game? Ooh. Yeah. We're learning. Right before I realize this is a dead end. Okay, good. Hey, we're over here now. So, like, why am I beating up on Asian people now? What is... This way. Yeah. Oh no, we missed him. See, easy every time. Don't panic. What is that thing? Ooh. Get out of there, Fred. Get out of there, Fred. Ooh. Just run away. What are you? No. don't have to redo that water, because that water stage seemed like a transition, not really like an actual level. I hope they don't put us back in that area. Sorry. Hey, oh. Probably a life over there or something. Yeah, speaking of Castlevania, I'm not really looking forward to playing Castlevania 2. That seemed to be, because like 3 is pretty good. 3, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play through just as whatever, Simon Belmont still. I think Richter Belmont's the Genesis game. See, easy every time. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was about to lose my mind. I didn't think... Ugh, what are you doing, buddy? Oh. Run away, Fred. Keep on running, buddy. Let's go. Ooh. That could have been really bad. No, and it's game over too. No, I don't even know if I was. I should probably switch over to like the axe or the slingshot or something. I don't think that grenade thing was actually hurting. Damn it. I thought that was a ledge, but it's not. It's just like a... You have to actually land on it. You can't hang off of it. These hot tracks, though. Good music. This title game's always had pretty good music. Even like Bubble Bobble, you know, that's obviously one of the more popular ones, but yeah, Bubble Bobble's got some great music on it too. Yeah, get despawned. Run away. Yeah, I said, like, well, playing this, I still like the second one way more. The second one, you can switch between Barney and Fred, and like Barney can jump on certain things that Fred can't, and Fred can do certain things that Barney can't. You have to switch between characters and stuff. Ooh. Now what do we do? Oh, you just do that. Okay, there's probably oh, okay. There's probably health power-ups up there, but we don't need them. Oh, I killed it, but I died at the same time. Dang it. Yeah, give me that rickshaw, homie. Ooh, I don't have any weapons. Oh, that's how you... that's how you get around them, so you can actually... Okay. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT. And then I just walk into him. Yeah, what is Fred do? They, I mean, I guess they're prehistoric Chinese people, I guess. Like, cause, so they have these gates, right? These gates down here, but like, what year were these gates supposed to have been made? Because they already seem kind of old. I like the fact that his arms don't move. They put so much effort in his feet that they just forgot about his arms. Like, Fred doesn't need them to have his arms move. It's fine. That just looks so weird. Probably. I haven't seen the cartoon in a very long time, so I don't know. Does he run in the cartoon? I know he does his twinkle toes thing when he bowls. But I don't think I've ever actually watched him run. Do they? Maybe. Let's try to see what's over here. Health. I still remember watching the old, really, like the black and white episodes when they were still trying to hawk cigarettes. And he'd have this gigantic, like, cigarette thing coming out of his mouth. Because, because a proportional cigarette didn't register. Like, it didn't look good because, you know, obviously a cigarette's very small. So they had to over exaggerate it just so people would actually see what he's doing. Oh, it's close. Okay, so I can actually stay up here maybe. Hit him with some good stuff. Well, I have the ammo. What is it? That cigarette commercial is Winston, I think, right? Winston or Pall Mall or something. It was like, I was just like an old, or is it a Lucky Strike? I'm not cheating. I am just doing what the game is giving me. I mean, I can't do it forever anyway. Yeah. Get it. This method is cheating somehow. Yeah, speedrunning. Oh snap. We're going somewhere. Where are we going? Speedrun all the time. That's what the clock is for. Where are we going? Are we in the future? That is the Jetsons thing. Wait, are we in Jetson universe now? What? That's George Jetson in my Flintstones game. Hey, Fred, it's been a long time. How's everybody? What? Dino and Hoppy have been taken by Dr. Butler. What? This is too sick. I didn't know this was in the game. This is awesome. He's notorious for being eccentric around here. You can see his lab over there. We have a serious problem in the company now, and I'm all tied up. Beware of the doctor, for he is a very cunning man. Oh, so this is the end of. Okay. That's actually pretty cool, because you know what? Taito ended up making the Jetsons. Ooh, the Taito ended up making the Jetson game too. The Jetson game's pretty good. Welcome, Fred Flintstone. Oh, I probably shouldn't have hit start. Yeah. Oh, easy every time. Come on, buddy. Go! Ugh. See? Easy every time. I think it's a push for... Oh, it could be. Yeah, because he says like, oh, I can't help because I'm in the middle of something, basically. Like, that could be it. What? Wait, can he make that? I don't think. I don't think Fred Flintstone can make this jump. Oh, he can. I knew it. That one, I don't see him making. Yeah! Heart, please. Okay. Yeah! Over here. Okay. Heart, please. I don't think that was the way you're supposed to do, but okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Although the Jetson character, oh, you can just grab it. Okay, I wasn't sure if you can grab those or not. Apparently you can. There we go. Like I mean, if that's the beginning of their artwork, you know, or whatever for their the Jetson game, that's actually not too far off from what it ends up looking like. And my tootsies. He's just colored in a little better. You know, he has like his red hair and stuff, but peekaboo. Choke on it. What are you guys? Ooh, ooh. Heart, please. Yeah, yes. What is over here? Yeah. Oh, it's just bonus stuff. Hey, we got an X. Yeah, that is super cool. Like they kind of, in a weird way, they kind of foreshadowed them making the Jetson game, because this isn't even the second game where they're actually like close to probably making the Jetson game. This was the first game, so this was way before. No! Oh, this is the beginning of the stage. Oh, cause I got a game over, that's why. The Castlevania me. Actually, yeah, true. These games... Well, so... I mean, I think the late title games, I think... I'm not sure what they were really trying to do with the Hanna-Barbera stuff, because I don't think like games similar came out on the Super Nintendo. Like, I know that like the game like was there a Jetson game on, like was there a Jetsons platforming game on the Super Nintendo? Because some of the older games were just ported over. Like, the Super Nintendo version of... Nope. Of The Lion King. Like, there was an actual NES version of The Lion King. It was only released in PAL format. And it is not very good. But it existed. So I'm wondering if there was an equivalent, like a 16-bit equivalent for the Jetsons. It is really neat though. They kind of foreshadowed the Jetsons, adding to the lore. Yeah, despawn. Ooh, I thought I was gonna like sit down and do it. I guess not. Alright, into outer space. Or not outer space, into inner space. We should actually probably go down, right? Because there's... Do you take the lower path? I mean, you know, let's try the lower path now. Jump! Come on, Fred. Come on. You? Is there a way to get up? Go up there? That seems like a strange area. Seems like there should be a way to get around that. I guess you can fly, right? That could be something. Come on, buddy. Alright, back. Alright, not back yet. We're... Can we go up? Okay. Those hooks remind me of Virtual Bart from the level where you play as the pig. With the little ice, the ice things that pick you up. Or they pick up the ice and you have to ride the ice around. Damn it. I was really hoping to kill that one. What are you doing? How didn't you... I don't know why that thing didn't die. I could have just sworn that was enough. Hey, what's up, Wardozer? Yeah, right? Like, this has a virtual bar kind of feel to it. Virtual bar was a good game. It was hard, but it was a good game. I always hated the slide. Yeah. Ooh. It's a surprise you've come this far from the Stone Age. Now I'll be your opponent myself. Okay. Yeah! Yeah! Get back here, buddy. Yeah! Oof! Dang it. Missed. I don't... Okay. Yeah! Oh, he's got little crutches on. Check that out. I somehow broke his leg. He has like a little cast on his foot. No! No! Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna use the bombs or anything on those first two forms. Oop. Apparently we're not gonna get past the second platform. We're gonna save all of our ammo. Like the ammo is the coin. So we're gonna save all our stuff for that last form. I didn't know there was more than two forms. I didn't know there was more than one form. So, I'm gonna save up. So I'm gonna get the axe, and then I'm gonna just save up all the coins I get, and we're just gonna attack him with the axe. That should probably kill him because the axe is pretty strong. But now we know, and seems like that second form was really easy to beat. We didn't have to do a whole lot. And even that first form, once we got behind, once he like turned around, he never turned back around. So, excuse me. So there's got to be a better way to do that section. There. I never think the jump section. I never think he's gonna make the jump, like to actually grab onto the ledge. Yep. Like that. That seemed like pretty far. Like it seemed like he should have fallen there. I still think we have to use the fly to get over that other weird section, but if we can kind of restrict the use of it, we should be okay. This game is just like Castlevania. Yeah. No, Kazoo, what are you... Hey, I'm down to half my coins. That sucks. Hopefully. I guess okay, what is this thing? Oh, it's the heart. You know, I guess I can farm the coins here, I guess, right? Go this way. Not too bad. This is super interesting, man. Like, yeah, I didn't think the game was like this. Ugh. Okay. I mean, I need to get to him with actual more health. I only had a couple hits left. Alright, let's get it. We can do this. We're at the end of the game. We can do this. I mean, I would assume that's the end, right? That's because that's the guy that stole Dino and Hoppy in the beginning. And there's 3 forms of him. I'm assuming that's the final boss. I don't see what else. Oh, you know what? I can use the jump to get up here. That's probably. Let's go up and over. What's the point of that? Yeah, the Surprise at Dinosaur Peak's the better game. Still, I think. This game is pretty awesome, but Dinosaur Peak's a little better. Come on, buddy. Hit. So we know what we need to do, we just need to not be bad. Yeah, so I think that's my plan, if I can get up there again, is to use the axes on them. Because then I don't have to be close to them, I can just throw them far away and still avoid that ring, that green thing. That green laser beam, or whatever it is. Because that was the problem, is you have to get close to him to hit him, but then that laser beam thing comes out. Whoa. Yeah. Choke on that. Okay, so we can do this, and then we can just hopefully hit him with a... Yeah. Yes, I think we did it. I think we're done. I can't control him. The doc, get over here, buddy. Yeah. Dr. Wily ending a little bit. Yeah, buddy. We are reunited. Hey. Back from the future city, you can safely return to the good old Stone Age. Yeah, buddy, we did it. Okay, so that's... Okay, yep. Hey, that was a pretty good little game. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing to chop out that last level, but it was pretty good. Hey, welcome back to Doug Tracy. I don't have any. I don't have that. Thanks, man. I appreciate the bits. I don't have the. Is it on Game Pass? Because even then, I don't have it. And I don't have the money to buy Gears 5 right now. I get paid in a few days. Yeah, I don't have Game Pass anyway. I don't know why I asked if it was on Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass, nor do I have money to buy it. I'll have money like next week, or probably 2 weeks. Yeah. I'm not on the Xbox that much anymore, man. I've been doing this, and then, play a lot of games on the Switch.